Imagine waking up every day knowing that you have the power to shape your future, to turn every challenge into an opportunity, and to achieve unimaginable success. Sounds like a dream, doesn't it? But let me tell you this, it's not just a dream, it's a mindset. A mindset that every self-made millionaire understands and practices. A mindset that can transform your life, no matter where you're starting from. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the secret sauce that has made millionaires, people who started with nothing, achieve everything they ever dreamed of. We'll explore powerful principles that Napoleon Hill shared with the world in his timeless book, Think and Grow Rich. These are not just ideas, they are proven techniques that can unlock your true potential and elevate your life. If you've ever wondered how some people seem to effortlessly succeed while others struggle, you're in the right place. This is the video that will give you the tools to change your life. But before we get started, I want to ask you, what is holding you back? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're ready to take control of your future, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what's coming up next. In the journey to wealth, the first thing you need to realize is that anyone, yes, anyone, can become a millionaire. But here's the catch, it all starts with your mindset. No one is born with wealth, and in fact, most millionaires started with nothing. It's not their resources that set them apart, it's how they think, how they approach life, and how they seize every opportunity. Napoleon Hill, the mastermind behind Think and Grow Rich, spent years studying the habits and thought processes of successful people, and he found that their success wasn't a result of luck, it was a result of their mindset. Hill's principle of definiteness of purpose is a perfect place to start. Think about it, every millionaire you know, from self-made tech giants to successful entrepreneurs, has one thing in common, they know exactly what they want and they have a clear vision of how to get there. Without this clarity, your journey to success is like trying to drive without a map or GPS. You'll be lost. One of the most powerful elements of the millionaire mindset is the ability to take immediate action. Hill emphasized that procrastination is the enemy of success. While most people are waiting for the perfect time or looking for that magical opportunity, millionaires don't wait. They act. They are relentless in pursuing their goals. Whether it's making that important business call, investing in a new project, or learning a new skill, they know that action creates momentum. When you take action, you begin to program your brain for success. Your brain starts to seek solutions and opportunities that align with your goals. And here's the key, those opportunities are everywhere. They might not always look like gold mines at first glance, but every setback, every failure, every obstacle is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and move closer to your goal. In the early stages, success might seem distant. You might feel like you're not making any progress. But that's where most people give up. Millionaires, however, view each challenge as a stepping stone, a lesson to learn from. Remember Hill's words, what the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. The starting point may be small, maybe you don't have much capital, maybe you don't have an extensive network, but you have your mind, your creativity, and your determination. These are your most powerful assets. Let's take a moment to reflect on this. Think about the struggles you faced. Did they feel like obstacles at the time? Or were they simply lessons in disguise, preparing you for greater things? A millionaire sees obstacles differently. They see them as moments of growth. They understand that no experience is wasted if you learn from it. This leads us to another key aspect of the millionaire mindset, the power of belief. It's not enough to just have a dream. You must believe, truly believe, that you deserve to succeed. Hill emphasized the importance of faith, not just in your abilities, but in the fact that the universe or whatever higher power you believe in is there to support you on your journey. Belief in yourself is the foundation upon which all other principles stand. Without it, your dreams will remain just that, dreams, but belief is more than just wishing for success. It's a deep, unwavering confidence in your ability to make things happen. It's waking up every day with the certainty that today is the day you will move one step closer to your goal. Hill said it perfectly, whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. It all begins with belief. Now, let's bring this home with a practical example. Think about a time when you faced a challenge, whether in business, personal life, or education. Maybe it seemed impossible at first. But what happened when you decided to push through? When you chose not to back down, even when the road ahead was uncertain, chances are, you found a way to succeed. That's the power of a millionaire mindset in action. The beauty of this is that once you adopt this way of thinking, you begin to see the world differently. You'll start noticing opportunities you missed before, and your confidence will grow with each action you take. The key to success is not waiting for the perfect moment, it's about creating that moment through belief, action, and persistence. To master the millionaire mindset, you need to embrace failure. This might sound counterintuitive, but trust me on this. Failure is not a sign that you should quit, it's a sign that you are pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone, and that's where growth happens. The most successful people in the world failed more times than they succeeded, but each failure taught them something valuable. They learned not to fear failure, but to embrace it as part of the journey to success. Now, let's talk about one of the most powerful aspects of this mindset: having a clear goal. Hill calls this the definite chief aim, a specific, clear goal that guides everything you do. Every successful millionaire I know had one goal that they relentlessly pursued. Without this focus, it's easy to get distracted by the noise of daily life. But a millionaire has laser focus. They know their goal, and everything they do is aligned with that goal. If you don't have a goal yet, now is the time to set one. What do you truly want? What does your dream life look like? Define it. Write it down. Make it as specific as possible. And don't stop until you achieve it. This is just the beginning. As you continue this journey, you'll begin to embody the principles of the millionaire mindset. Remember, wealth is not just about money. It's about mastering yourself, developing habits that align with success, and making decisions that bring you closer to your dreams. As we dive deeper into the millionaire mindset, one of the most vital principles you need to understand is the power of desire. Napoleon Hill believed that the burning desire to achieve something was the first step toward success. But desire alone won't make you a millionaire. It's what you do with that desire that matters most. You've likely heard the saying, desire is the starting point of all achievement. But what does that truly mean? Hill made it clear. Desire is the fuel for your journey, but it must be backed by a relentless commitment to see it through. Your desire must be so strong that it becomes an obsession, a passion that consumes you and propels you forward, even when the going gets tough. But here's the tricky part: desire without action is just a fantasy. You need to convert that burning desire into concrete, deliberate actions. Millionaires do not sit back and wait for opportunities to fall into their laps. They create their own opportunities. Whether it's waking up at 5 a.m. to work on their side project, investing in their education, or taking calculated risks, they take action with the full knowledge that their dreams will not manifest without effort. Think about some of the world's most successful people: Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Oprah Winfrey. None of them achieved success by merely wishing for it. They worked tirelessly, day in and day out, to turn their desires into tangible results. They built their success on a foundation of persistence, overcoming obstacles, and not allowing failure to deter them. And here's the best part: you can do the same. When Hill talks about definiteness of purpose, he's stressing the importance of having a clear and focused desire. You cannot be vague about your goals. You must know exactly what you want. Think about this. If you were to ask a successful millionaire what their biggest goal is, they could tell you in a single sentence. There's no confusion in their mind, no wavering. They know their purpose and they pursue it with every fiber of their being. One of the most profound aspects of the millionaire mindset is that it doesn't just focus on material wealth, it focuses on personal wealth. And by that, I mean the wealth of character, discipline, and faith. Persistence and faith are two of the most powerful tools you can harness on your journey. You see, faith is the belief in your own ability to succeed, even when everything around you seems to be failing. It's the quiet conviction that success is inevitable as long as you stay committed. In times of struggle, your faith will be your anchor. When the world tells you that your dream is impossible, it's your faith that will keep you moving forward. Hill emphasizes that faith is the head chemist of the mind. In other words, when you believe in yourself and in your dreams, your mind starts to align with those beliefs. You begin to see solutions rather than problems. The world starts to bend toward your desires. But this requires an unwavering belief in your goal and a refusal to accept anything less than success. Think back to a time when you felt like giving up. Maybe it was in the middle of a project or when things weren't going as planned. What kept you going? Was it your belief that it would work out? If you could tap into that belief again, you'd find that success is much closer than you think. Millionaires aren't necessarily more talented or intelligent than anyone else. What sets them apart is their unshakable faith that their desires will become reality. But let's be real for a second, faith alone isn't enough. You also need persistence. Persistence is the ability to keep going when others would quit. It's the refusal to be discouraged by setbacks, failures, or challenges. In fact, the more you face adversity, the stronger your persistence becomes. Millionaires know this all too well. They understand that every failure is simply a lesson in disguise. Each mistake is a stepping stone toward the ultimate goal. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, one of the greatest inventors of all time. Edison is famously quoted as saying, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Imagine if Edison had given up after his first few failures. Or after his first 100. He would never have invented the light bulb. But instead, he remained persistent, and today, we live in a world lit by his vision. His faith in his ability to create something revolutionary, paired with his persistence, made him a household name. Persistence, like desire, must be practiced daily. It's the habit of showing up, even when you don't feel like it. It's about putting in the work when no one is watching, and it's about consistently taking small actions that add up to massive success. You'll hear people talk about overnight success, but that's a myth. The truth is that success is built over time, piece by piece, day after day. It's like planting a tree, you can't rush the process. But with persistence, that tree will grow strong and steady. Hill's principle of autosuggestion ties into this beautifully. Autosuggestion is the process of programming your mind with positive affirmations and beliefs. The more you tell yourself that you are capable, worthy, and destined for success, the more your mind begins to believe it. This creates a cycle where faith and persistence feed each other. The more you believe in your ability to succeed, the more persistent you become, and the more persistent you are, the closer you get to your goals. Take a moment and reflect on this. Do you truly believe that you are capable of achieving your dreams? If not, why? And how can you start changing that belief today? If you're serious about becoming a millionaire, you must adopt the mindset that no obstacle is too great and no failure too final. Millionaires don't waste time focusing on the obstacles in their path. Instead, they focus on the solution. They believe in the outcome, even when the road is unclear. And that's the kind of mindset that can change everything for you. Now that we've discussed the importance of desire, persistence, and belief, let's talk about one of the most powerful secrets that many millionaires use to accelerate their success: the power of masterminds and mentorship. You see, no one, no matter how driven, can achieve extraordinary success alone. It takes a network, a support system, and the right guidance to elevate your path. This is where the concept of a mastermind comes into play. Napoleon Hill was one of the first to introduce the idea of the mastermind in his classic book Think and Grow Rich. According to Hill, the mastermind is a group of like-minded individuals who come together to share ideas, solve problems, and support each other. This collective energy amplifies everyone's potential. It's not just about collaboration, it's about creating a space where the sum is greater than the individual parts. When you join forces with people who have complementary skills, knowledge, and perspectives, your chances of success multiply exponentially. Think about this for a moment. If you could surround yourself with people who are already successful in the areas you want to excel in, how much more would you learn? How much faster could you grow? This is why every successful entrepreneur or millionaire will tell you, get the right people around you. Masterminds are invaluable because they provide a feedback loop of creativity, inspiration, and accountability. When you're stuck, your mastermind group can help you see a different angle, a solution you might not have thought of on your own. They can also challenge your ideas and push you to think bigger. This is one of the reasons why so many entrepreneurs actively seek out these groups. They understand that collaboration accelerates progress. It's like learning from the mistakes and successes of others without having to go through the same trial and error. But don't get this wrong, just any group of people won't do. The right mastermind consists of individuals who share your values and your vision for success. They should be people who challenge you to be better, but who also support and encourage your growth. You need people who have already achieved what you are working toward, whether it's financial freedom, personal growth, or business success, the value of mentorship ties directly into this. A mentor is someone who has already walked the path you're trying to take, someone who can provide insights, advice, and guidance based on real-world experience. The mentor-mentee relationship is invaluable because it allows you to learn from someone who has navigated the challenges you're about to face. Imagine how much time and frustration you could save by learning from someone who has already made the mistakes you're trying to avoid. But here's the secret: you don't need to seek out mentorship only from people you know personally. In today's world, there are countless opportunities to learn from successful individuals through books, online courses, webinars, podcasts, and even social media. Millionaires and successful entrepreneurs often share their knowledge and experiences freely. The key is to seek out these resources and absorb as much as you can. One of the most powerful aspects of mentorship is the ability to shorten your learning curve. Instead of spending years figuring things out on your own, a mentor can guide you through the process, providing insights that would take you years to discover on your own. This saves time, energy, and money, which is why investing in mentorship is one of the smartest moves you can make on your path to success. And remember, mentorship isn't a one-way street. As you learn from your mentors, it's important to apply the knowledge and take action. Mentorship is most effective when you're actively implementing what you learn and getting feedback. The process of learning from someone else and then applying their advice can dramatically speed up your progress. Let's take a look at some real-world examples. Think about people like Warren Buffett, Richard Branson, or Jeff Bezos. These individuals didn't get to where they are alone. They surrounded themselves with incredible mentors and masterminds. Buffett, for example, has often spoken about the influence of his own mentors, like Benjamin Graham, who helped shape his investment philosophy. And Branson has credited his mentors for helping him navigate the ups and downs of building Virgin. These men didn't just build empires on their own, they built them with the help of others. So, if you're serious about achieving wealth, you must ask yourself, who are you learning from? Who are you surrounding yourself with? If you want to be successful, you need to make a conscious effort to find the right people, whether through masterminds, mentors, or communities, that can help guide you. But it's not just about who you surround yourself with, it's about who you are as well. As you grow, you will eventually become the mentor for others. And that's one of the most rewarding aspects of the journey. Success isn't just about the money, it's about how many lives you can touch along the way. Helping others find success is one of the most fulfilling experiences you'll ever have. Now, I want you to take a moment to think about this. Who do you need to surround yourself with right now to achieve your goals? Who can you learn from? What steps can you take today to build a network that will elevate your life? This is a crucial step in your journey to becoming a millionaire. The right people will not only inspire you, but they'll also hold you accountable and help you push through any challenges that come your way. Let's take a quick break to reflect. Ask yourself, are you actively seeking out a mastermind group or mentors? If not, what's stopping you from doing so? And how can you begin building that network today? As we continue to break down the principles that lead to millionaire success, it's time to focus on one of the most crucial elements of the journey: making smart decisions and taking strategic risks. The path to wealth is not a straight line. It's full of twists, turns, and opportunities that, when seized correctly, can propel you forward. But, of course, with great opportunities come great risks. The key is learning how to make decisions that position you for success, even when the outcome isn't guaranteed. Napoleon Hill often spoke about the importance of sound judgment in his writings. A millionaire doesn't just jump at every opportunity that comes their way. They evaluate, analyze, and weigh the risks. However, they also know that in order to achieve greatness, they cannot play it safe all the time. Every decision, no matter how small, can lead to massive results in the future. Millionaires understand that the best opportunities often come with an element of risk, but they are calculated risks, not reckless gambles. The first step in this process is learning how to make decisions with confidence. The most successful people don't second-guess themselves. They make decisions, take action, and move forward. This doesn't mean they don't make mistakes, everyone does. But they quickly learn from their mistakes, adjust their strategies, and keep going. Hill's principle of decisiveness teaches us that indecision is one of the greatest obstacles to success. When you delay decisions, you waste valuable time, and often miss out on opportunities. In contrast, millionaires are able to make fast, informed decisions that move them closer to their goals. Think about the tech entrepreneurs who rapidly develop products and bring them to market. They don't wait for perfection, they go with what they have, test it, and refine it along the way. In business, speed is often just as important as accuracy. And that's where the ability to make quick decisions comes into play. If you're always waiting for the perfect moment, you'll likely find that the perfect moment never comes. But there's another layer to this. Millionaires don't just make quick decisions, they make strategic decisions. They know when to take risks and when to hold back. The key is understanding the difference between a risk that's worth taking and one that could jeopardize everything. Strategic risk-taking involves carefully assessing the potential rewards versus the possible consequences. For example, investing in a startup might be a risky move, but if the market analysis shows a clear opportunity for growth, it could be a game changer. Strategic risks are often those that others might shy away from because of fear. But remember what Hill said, fear is the dominant factor that prevents people from succeeding. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, and fear of uncertainty paralyze people from making bold decisions. Millionaires, however, are not driven by fear. They understand that risk is part of the journey to success. They have faith in their ability to overcome any obstacle, which allows them to make decisions that others might find too risky. This is why millionaire investors and entrepreneurs often rely on calculated risk. They assess the situation thoroughly, gather all the relevant information, and then take action. They don't just leap blindly into opportunities, they take a strategic approach. This approach isn't about avoiding risk altogether but understanding it, managing it, and turning it into an advantage point. One area where this principle applies is in investments. Millionaires know that to grow their wealth, they must diversify their investments. Rather than putting all their eggs in one basket, they spread their assets across different sectors, stocks, real estate, businesses, and more. This spreads the risk and increases the chances of success. However, this doesn't mean blindly investing in anything that comes their way. Successful investors do their homework. They read the markets, research trends, and make well-informed choices that align with their long-term goals. If you're just starting out on your wealth-building journey, this can seem daunting. How do you know what risks to take? How do you make those decisions confidently? The answer lies in experience, mentorship, and education. Millionaires often spend years educating themselves about their chosen industries. They read books, attend seminars, and surround themselves with experts who can provide guidance. This education equips them with the tools they need to make sound, strategic decisions. They don't just make moves based on gut feelings, they make moves based on research and knowledge. But don't be discouraged if you don't have years of experience yet. You can start educating yourself right now. You can begin by reading the books that successful millionaires swear by, following industry experts, and seeking out mentorship. The more you learn, the better equipped you'll be to make strategic decisions in the future. In fact, some of the most successful people started with little to no formal education in their fields, but they had a strong hunger to learn and a willingness to take calculated risks. For example, Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin, dropped out of school at the age of 16. He started his first business with nothing but an idea and a drive to make it happen. He took strategic risks that led to his incredible success. But even more important, Branson kept educating himself, learning from his mistakes, and applying what he learned to future ventures. This is a reminder that your wealth-building journey doesn't require you to know everything right now. What it does require is a willingness to take smart, calculated risks, to keep learning, and to trust your ability to make decisions that will propel you forward. When you take strategic risks, you position yourself for success. But remember, this is not about taking reckless risks. This is about being educated, prepared, and confident in your ability to navigate whatever challenges come your way. As we reach the final stage of our exploration into the millionaire mindset, it's time to talk about what truly separates those who achieve massive success from those who don't. Long-term thinking. While it's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of short-term gains and immediate rewards, the reality is that lasting wealth is built over time through consistency, self-discipline, and, crucially, giving back to others. These are the final pillars that will help you not only build wealth but also maintain it and use it for a greater purpose. the first step in mastering long-term wealth is understanding that wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. While many people want quick results, the millionaires who truly succeed know that their journey will take time. There will be ups and downs, and there will be moments where you feel like giving up. But the key to maintaining momentum is consistency. Millionaires don't rely on short bursts of energy to push them forward. They develop daily habits and routines that consistently move them closer to their long-term goals. Take, for example, the process of building a business. Successful entrepreneurs understand that their success won't come overnight. They know that growth takes time, and they embrace the process. Consistency, not instant gratification, is what ultimately leads to massive success. Every day, they take small actions that add up over time, whether it's writing one more chapter of a book, making a business call, or investing a small portion of their earnings. These actions might seem insignificant in the moment, but they compound into massive results over the long term. Another aspect of long-term wealth is self-discipline. The millionaire mindset is built on the ability to stay focused and disciplined, even when distractions or temptations arise. This is perhaps the hardest part of the journey for many. It's easy to get sidetracked by the latest trend, the shiny new object, or the pressure to live for today. But true millionaires know that wealth is the result of making smart choices consistently, even when no one is watching. This is why the most successful people are often those who can say no to things that don't align with their goals. They avoid unnecessary distractions, stay away from bad habits, and focus their time and energy on the things that will move them closer to their ultimate objective. Self-discipline isn't just about working harder, it's about making the right choices every day, no matter how difficult. Let's look at Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world. Buffett is known for his strict adherence to a set of principles, including his commitment to long-term investments. He doesn't chase after the latest hot stock or try to capitalize on fleeting trends. Instead, he invests in companies with strong fundamentals and holds onto them for years, sometimes decades. His discipline in sticking to his investment strategy has paid off massively over time, making him one of the wealthiest individuals in the world. If you want to achieve the same level of success, you must develop the ability to delay gratification. The temptation for instant results is one of the greatest enemies of wealth creation. Millionaires are willing to sacrifice short-term pleasures for long-term gain. This is one of the core principles that you need to internalize on your own path to success. If you're constantly looking for immediate rewards, you'll find it much harder to build lasting wealth. Lastly, one of the most important aspects of long-term wealth is giving back. Millionaires understand that wealth is not just for personal enjoyment, it's also a tool for making a positive impact on the world. Whether it's through philanthropy, mentoring others, or using their wealth to support causes they care about, successful individuals understand that true fulfillment comes from helping others succeed as well. They know that the more they give, the more they receive, not just in material wealth, but in the satisfaction of knowing they've made a difference. Napoleon Hill emphasizes this in his book when he talks about the importance of the law of giving and receiving. When you help others, you create a cycle of goodwill that comes back to you in unexpected ways. Giving not only enriches the lives of those you help, but it also enriches your own life by giving you a sense of purpose and fulfillment. This is why many self-made millionaires are known for their charitable efforts. They've built their success on the principle that helping others is a key to living a successful life. Imagine how much more fulfilling your wealth journey would be if you didn't just focus on accumulating money for yourself, but also on using your resources to improve the lives of others. This is the mindset of the millionaire who has mastered true wealth, not just financial, but also in terms of purpose and legacy. When you combine consistency, self-discipline, and giving back, you have the perfect formula for long-term wealth. These principles allow you to build not just financial success, but a life of significance. Your wealth will be a reflection of the value you've created for others, and it will give you the power to make a lasting impact on the world around you. So, as we wrap up this journey into the millionaire mindset, I want to leave you with this thought. What kind of legacy do you want to leave? What kind of impact do you want to make on the world? Millionaires think beyond their own wealth. They think about how they can change lives, leave a lasting legacy, and help others on their own journey to success. This is the true meaning of wealth. With that, you now have the full blueprint for mastering the millionaire mindset and creating lasting wealth. If you're ready to take the next step in your own journey, Remember, believe in your ability to achieve, take strategic action, and never lose sight of your long-term vision. Thank you for sticking with me through this video. I hope you've gained valuable insights that will propel you toward your financial goals. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could benefit from this knowledge. And remember, the journey to wealth begins with a single thought, a single action, and a single step forward. Keep moving, keep believing, and keep growing. You've got this.